School counselors. The overview of a school counselor is someone who helps students throughout their education. This may include counseling in areas of academic achievement, career choices, or personal and social development. These professionals work with students of all ages, from primary schools throughout college. Today, I will be talking about the education, what they do, and the long history of school counseling. Education. It depends on the state, but I will only use Iowa as an example today. But if you want more information, I have provided a link below and on the Works Cited page. In Iowa, you need a master's degree. The required coursework of a school counselor is a completion of an approved human relations component and of an exceptional learner component. And as part of the school counseling program, a lot of coursework is required. Required experience is the school counselor demonstrates competency in conducting classroom sessions. The practicum consists of a minimum of 500 contact hours, providing opportunities for the prospective counselor, under the supervision of a licensed professional school counselor, to engage in a variety of activities in which a regular employed school counselor would be expected to participate in. What they do. In elementary, you'll be seeing kids with mental and physical issues, meaning abuse, grief and loss, severe family issues, depression, anxiety, and other deep issues, along with more day-to-day issues of gossip, argument with friends, and difficulties with teachers, and so on. At this level, you will often be the only counselor serving an entire school or more than one school. As an elementary counselor, it's a possibility that you get to make up your schedule and be creative with the kids. In middle school, basically see all the topics listed under elementary level and add to the issues of wildly fluctuating hormones, middle school drama, boyfriend, girlfriend, and sexual issues, body image issues, and increasing numbers of students who are dealing with self-injury, experimenting with various substances. Working with middle school students is the ability to connect and be present for them during the important phase of their lives. High school. At the high school level, you will most likely be doing significantly more academic guidance than personal counseling. Students will be dealing with all the same issues as the younger students, but your focus may be more on scheduling, career exploration, college information, and other more academic topics. One of the great things about working with high school students is getting to be proactive and helping them prepare for the life after high school. Finally, college. At this level, you will deal with adults of all ages and from all backgrounds. If you are an academic advisor, you will deal with scheduling, graduation plans, and possibly career and scholarship information. If you are a counselor, you will deal with many of the same personal issues that students of all ages are dealing with, plus students' legal and financial difficulties, marital stress, adults transitioning back into the classroom, childcare questions, and a variety of other difficulties that surface in daily life. As a community college counselor, you will most likely do a combination of in-office counseling and classroom teaching of personal growth classes. Next, I decided to have an interview with my old high school counselor.
Alright, let's start by introducing yourself and your job occupation.
My name is Carla Wymore, and I'm the high school counselor at Mason City High School.
What is your limits to confidentiality?
Our guidelines for confidentiality are that when what a student tells me in here remains in here unless they tell me they want to hurt themselves or someone else, or if somebody is hurting them, or if we're court ordered to do that. And through a lot of times when students are dealing with some difficult situations, we really try to encourage them to reach out to their parents, whether it's me sitting with them to help have difficult conversations, but rather than trying to keep things that I feel like should be shared with the parent. But otherwise, this is a safe place to come.
As a high school counselor, what is everything you do?
I do a variety of things. In the fall, I really start working with seniors on college and career planning. We do college applications together. We start looking at financial aid. Then it just progresses. We do work on scholarships. Then right now, I'm in the midst of planning Iowa assessments and trying to get room setups and things like that. And in the spring, just helping seniors finalize their plans and prepare for life after high school. So, every day is different.
What are some verbal and nonverbal skills you use?
I think probably maybe the most nonverbal would just be trying to, you know, be near the student if they're having a hard time, trying to eliminate the desk between us, and come around if they're really struggling, to try to be beside them versus across the table. That tends to create a barrier. Modeling body language, so if a student has their legs crossed, it's okay for me to do that, or if they're kind of closed off, but just trying to encourage that open communication with them. Nod my head a lot. Just I probably do that sometimes when I'm not really in agreement, but just trying to express that I understand what they're saying. And I talk with my hands a lot, and so just I think trying to be with them so they know I'm here for them.
What do you enjoy the most about your job?
I love doing the college and career planning stuff. I think there's so many options for kids, and I like to encourage people that there are so many choices out there for them, and that the sky's the limit if they're willing to put in some extra work. So that's my favorite, is really doing that college planning piece.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, now we'll move on to the history part. There is a very long history of school counseling. It began in the Middle Ages, but it did not emerge to the U.S. until the 1800s, during the Industrial Revolution. 1871 to 1955, Jessie Buttrick Davis, pioneer of vocal guidance, is considered to be the first school counselor in the United States. 1908, Frank Parsons is the father of vocal guidance, established the Bureau of Vocal Guidance. This bureau helped to outline a system of vocal guidance in Boston public schools in the United States, then spread through more than 900 high schools. In 1913, National Vocal Guidance Association was established. This was the first professional association for counselors. Then in the 1920s to the 1930s, school counseling and guidance grew because of the rise of progressive education in schools. In 1937, the National Association for College Administration Counseling was founded. This movement emphasized personal, social, and moral development. 1940s, the U.S. used psychologists and counselors to select, recruit, and train military personnel. This propelled the counseling movement in schools by providing ways to test students and meet their needs. In 1942, Carl Rogers' book, Counseling and Psychotherapy, gave a newer concept and had a profound effect on the school counseling arena. In 1952, American Personnel and Guidance Association was founded. It was formed by the merging of several other associations. In 1958, the National Defense Education Act was signed into law. The NDEA essentially created the elementary school guidance and counseling program. In 1958, the American School Counseling Association was established. This foundation that expands the image and influence of professional school counselors through advocacy, leadership, collaboration, and systematic change. In 1965, the Elementary and Secondary Education Act was created. This designed funding for guidance and, in particular, for the training of elementary counselors. In 1960s to the 1970s, the Association for Counselor Education and Supervision developed a number of standards and accreditation-related documents. In 1981, the Council for Accreditation of Counseling and Related Educational Programs was established. It's extremely important to the development of school counseling because the association set the educational standards for the accreditation of counselors. This was important because now there is a uniform set of requirements for the educational background of counselors. In 1997, Campbell and Dari created the ASCA National Standard for School Counseling, with 3 core domains, 9 standards, and specific competence and indicators for K-12 students. In 2002, the American School Counselor Association released the ASCA National Model Framework, compromising some of the top school counseling components in the field into one model. 2003, the National Center for Transforming School Counseling at the Education Trust was founded. This included changing how school counseling was taught at the graduate level in counselor education programs and changing the practice of K-12 school counselors in districts throughout the USA to teach school counselors prevention and intervention skills to help close achievement opportunity gaps for all students. 2004. The ASCA Code of Ethics was revised to focus on issues of equity, closing gaps, ensuring all students receive access to a K-12 school counseling program. Also in 2004, the National Office for School Counselor Advocacy developed scholarships for research on college counseling. They also created advocacy awards to focus on best practice in college counseling programs, K-12 schools. On January 1, 2006, Congress officially declared February 6th through the 10th as National School Counseling Week. And in 2008, the American School Counselor Association released school counseling competencies focused on assisting school counseling programs based on the ASCA model. The ASCA model encourages professional school counselors to use crosswalking strategies and to create action plans and results reports that demonstrate how school counselors are making a difference in the lives of students. And that concludes my video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.